Okay, so if you're studying biology, you've come to the exact right place. In the next few minutes, we're going to break down precisely how a virus pulls off the perfect biological crime, hijacking a living cell. Seriously, think of this as your ultimate revision guide. Let's jump in. So, to really get this, I want you to keep this one question in your head the whole time. How is a tiny, microscopic virus just like a master computer hacker? I know, it sounds a little weird, right? But trust me, by the end of this, you'll see it's the perfect way to understand this whole process. All right, let's meet the main players in our little biological heist. On one side, you've got the virus. That's our hacker, armed with its malicious code. And on the other side, we have the cell. Think of it as a busy, high-tech factory, just chugging along, doing its job. The problem is, the virus wants what the factory has, all that amazing machinery to make more of itself. Every great heist and every viral infection starts with a break-in. So this first phase is all about how that hacker, the virus, gets past the factory's security and gets its foot in the door. And here it is. This is our roadmap for the entire operation, so you know exactly where we're going. It all happens in 5 very clear steps. You've got docking, then entry, the takeover, then making new viruses, and finally the release. We're going to walk through each one so you'll have this totally locked in for your exams. Let's kick things off with step 1, docking. Now, a virus is actually pretty picky. It can't just attack any old cell. Think of it like this. The virus has these special protein keys all over its surface. And those keys have to fit perfectly into the locks or receptors on a specific host cell. If the key doesn't fit that particular lock, well, the virus just can't get in. Simple as that. Okay, so once it's docked, it's time for step 2, entry. The hacker has officially picked the lock. And now it injects its malicious code, that's its genetic material, either DNA or RNA, straight into the factory. Bam. The cell's security has been breached. The viral instructions are now inside. And that brings us to the most critical part of the entire heist, phase 2, the takeover. The virus is inside, and now it's time to seize control of the whole operation from within. This is where things get really interesting. Right, so once that viral code is inside, it doesn't just hang around. No way. It makes a beeline for the factory's control room. This is step 3, the hijacking. The virus's genetic instructions immediately start taking command of all the cell's machinery. And the first thing on its to-do list is shut it down. The cell is forced to stop all of its normal work. No more making proteins for your body, no more doing its regular job. Everything just grinds to a halt. And in its place, the cell is now forced to obey only one set of instructions, the virus's. The factory is now officially under new hostile management. Its entire purpose has been completely rewritten. And all of this leads to the virus's real goal, step 4, making new viruses. The cell's resources, its energy, its building blocks, all its production lines are now completely dedicated to one single task, churning out thousands upon thousands of copies of viral parts. It's building new viral DNA or RNA and all the little protein shells needed to package it up. Okay, the factory has been totally exploited, the clones have been built, and now it's time for the final and often the most destructive phase of the plan, the escape. And that is our final step, release. The thousands of newly built viruses burst out of the host cell. This process, which is called lysis, often completely destroys the cell. It's like a self-destruct sequence going off. And now, all those new little hackers are free to spread across the network and infect countless more factories. Whew. Okay, that was the whole story from start to finish. But now for maybe the most important part for your studies, the 60-second revision. This is the absolute blueprint you need to lock into your memory. If you remember absolutely nothing else, remember this one sentence. It's the entire process in just 5 key actions. A virus attaches, it enters, it takes control, it makes copies, and it spreads. Seriously, say that a few times to yourself. That is the core knowledge you need, right there. And hey, to really make this stick, I want you to actually try this. Go on, pause the explainer right now and grab a piece of paper and a pen. Just follow these 5 super simple steps to draw the process for yourself. Drawing is such a powerful way to lock this stuff into your memory. Go on, give it a try. So there you have it, the complete blueprint for a viral heist. And that brings us back to that hacker analogy, and it leaves us with one huge question to think about. Now that you know exactly how the hacker breaks in and takes over the factory, what's the best way to stop it?